probably the single best thing I could tell everybody is that, first of all, this is a very, very significant issue that's been embraced by the Department of Defense, as you know. But more importantly, each state has if you will, a node, a military family support node in it, usually in collaboration with the National Guard. And I'm not an expert on how every state orchestrates these programs. But there's a website, www. I believe it's Military Homefront. And every state is linked into that website. It's a DoD website, it's linked into it. And anybody who's interested at the local or state level, finding out what programs are being supported, what the opportunities are to be engaged in this enterprise, can go to that website, click on their state's link, get their points of contact in that state, and learn more about the programs. And obviously, call somebody and talk to them. The earlier we invest in human capital, and when I mean human capital, I mean in the next generation of Americans, in terms of education, both in terms of cognitive development, character development. The sooner we make that investment, the larger the payoff, and the better off we are as a nation from a national security perspective. As you know, probably better than I do, one of the challenges that we're already facing and will continue to face as we move into the future as a country, as a nation, is the lack of, if you will, qualified workers, potential employees that will be able to go into the job market and compete effectively on a global scale. And that's a challenge. The sooner we address that challenge by investing in early childhood development, the better off as a country will be. And this is something that a lot of people find surprising. I know you're aware of it, but the number of high school graduates, or let me take that back, the number of individuals between the ages of 18 and 25 in the United States of America that are even qualified to enlist in the Armed Forces of the United States is right about 25%. So that means 75% of human capital in the United States between ages 18 and 25 is not even able to enlist in the Armed Forces if they wanted to. So that obviously is a pretty significant statistic, and one that I think particularly guys and gals in uniform find very compelling from a human capital development perspective. The uniformed services are completely apolitical from a partisan perspective. So while military leaders may be very comfortable, as I am, talking about education being a national security imperative for the United States, you won't find members of the armed forces pushing one agenda or another to the extent that that may be perceived as, if you will, a partisan issue. I frankly, in fact, when I was thinking about this engagement and coming to talk to everybody, I was sort of thinking through where is the boundary between my responsibilities as an American citizen and my clear obligations as a senior leader of the U.S. Army. And frankly, this is one area where I feel completely unfettered in the sense that I don't think anybody can make a cogent argument that this is a political issue. I think this is clearly an issue that pertains to national security of the United States, regardless of party affiliation, regardless of where you're from, regardless of how much money you have in a bank account. This is a nationally significant discussion that needs to happen because it pertains to national security of the United States.